Hello everyone, Art Burns here. So the practices that we use to reduce the stress in our lives, and the purpose of doing these practices is to let go of the fearful thoughts that we have, the thoughts of fear of the future or the regretful thoughts of the past, because this is where our stress comes from, right? And in the process of doing this, we also learn and we practice the ability to accept what is happening to us at any given time and place, right? Not to say that we're not going to change things that are happening if they're not, serving us or not good for us, but the ability to accept it first. This is again where the source of stress comes from. But one really important aspect of these practices, and something that really kind of doesn't get mentioned enough, at least by me, is what's left when we're done with this. Like when we reduce the stress, what happens, right? Well, what happens is our bodies enter a state of called homeostasis, right? Now, if you're among the 77% of this country who experiences stress on a chronic level, meaning every single day you're getting into the stress response, then like me, like I used to be, you're not feeling that homeostasis very often. And so a few really important things happen in the state of homeostasis. Okay, number one, physiologically, your blood pressure, your heart rate, your digestive system, your blood sugar regulation, your immune system, your brain function, all these things are operating the way that they're supposed to operate. So everything, all systems are normal, right? Everything's running good, right? And healthy and productive and everything else, right? But emotionally, what's happening is that you're kind of feeling good. You're feeling in a good place. You're not feeling down on yourself. You're not feeling afraid of things. You're not feeling angry about things. You're not feeling worried or regretful or on and on and on. I could name millions of different terms for this, right? But the point is that in the absence of all those negative emotions, right, what you find is that you have a choice, right? You find that you have the choice to live in happiness, right? And I'm talking about true happiness. Now, again, if you're one of the 77% of Americans who feel stress on a chronic daily level like I used to, then the happiness that you're likely to feel is temporary and fleeting, right? And it's the kind of happiness that comes when good things happen in our lives, right? And what I'm talking about, though, is the ability to be happy even in the face of things that are not good, right? Situations that are not happy and not positive. But the point is, though, that you have the choice to be happy. That is a choice of yours, right? And the more you can choose to be happy, the more positive things are going to come to you in your life, right? And that's just the way it works, right? Now, there's a saying I talk about with all my clients and basically anyone who listens to me, is that stressors in life are inevitable, right? Just like like situations are not, just because you get rid of stress doesn't mean that all of your situations in your life are going to be happy situations. You're never going to have any challenges. It's impossible to have that, right? If you're going to live on this world, even if you're living in a cave in a mountain in Tibet, you're still going to feel some kind of stressors in that. They're different stressors than you're feeling if you live in an American city, or suburb, but there's still going to be stressors, right? But the optional part, so the stressors are inevitable, but the stress that they cause in your body, that is optional, and that you have control over by doing these practices, right? And that statement echoes a statement that I believe was spoken by the Buddha himself. Now, I'm not a practicing Buddhist. I don't pretend to be. But I'm pretty sure there's a quote out there that says, by the Buddha, that says, pain in life is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And that's what we're talking about here, okay? You don't have to feel the suffering just because you're in stressful situations, right? Or situations filled with stressors, I should say. And these practices are a way to get through that and to really feel the inner joy and the inner happiness, which allows you to do things in your life that again, if you're among those 77% of the people who feel stress on a daily level, you probably don't even realize that these things are even possible. So if you'd like to learn more about these practices and to start them so that you can achieve this happiness the way that I have, please hit me up with a comment, send me a direct message, send me an email wherever you're watching this video, and let's get a conversation going. Let me see how I can help you. All right, everybody, have a great day. I wish you well. Take care.